Hello everyone, Argsy here. Welcome back to Deer Creek. Now, if you've caught our last couple of live streams, you would have seen we've well and truly got into the corn. And today, we are going to carry on with that. Now, both the combines need some diesel, so we'll just get up here beside. We've got 2,000 litres or so in the trailer, so we'll put 1,000 litres in each one. We'll take that much and get the diesel filling up. Now, is that filling? Doesn't seem to be, if I not got close enough. Let's try again. We might just have to maneuver the trailer a little bit and just get it a little bit closer. Alright, there we go. I can hear it filling now. Now I'm going to have to guess this. I don't know how full the truck, or how full the combine is. In fact, let's go and hop in the pickup here. Keep an eye on the level there. So it's going down. So if it gets to about 1,000, we'll drive off. That'll stop it from filling. Otherwise, we'll know that the combine doesn't take much more than that. Alright, there we go. That's 1,000 or so in it. So we'll just drive off there. Still going. Gosh, it had quite a bit of range there in the end. And then we'll get this one here filled up, and then we'll be able to set them both going again on some courseplay to get this all finished off. Now, it was great to see that courseplay seems to be version 7.2 or 7.0.2 or whatever we are on, seemed to work a lot better with the convoy mode. We didn't have any issues, so it was pleasing to have that happening on this now, so we will be able to carry on with some confidence. And there we are, that is pretty much full, so let's hop out there. We can hear the filling stopped. I wonder how much diesel is there left in the trailer. 113 litres. We could have put a little bit more in the other one, but it should be enough to finish this field. Right, we'll head back up to the top of the field, up by the truck, and then we'll come back and get these two back underway. And we are off and moving again, so good to be back here into the corn and getting this all finished off. Now, this isn't the only thing we're going to do today. We do need to get over and start ploughing the other cornfield, so we're going to go and grab the 9RX and run over there with one of the ploughs. That should be enough to do that field. It might take a wee while with the plough, but not too long, so we'll get that started. And otherwise, it's just a case of getting this all finished off and getting everything into the silo. But let's just take a quick look and see how much corn we've already got up there. So looking here at the dryer, we've got 392,000 litres of wet corn, and we've already dried 86,000 litres there. So we're getting a good rate of drying actually. It's quite quick. You can see there it ticking over. But we do have a good capacity of corn. I mean, we're probably not even a tenth full, and we've got 400,000 litres or so. So it's probably about a 4 million litre silo, there or thereabouts. So plenty of space for all our corn. We're not going to run out of storage. So that is all very good. Of course, we're going to have a big day of shipping or carting some grain at some stage, because we've got quite a bit of barley there too to sell in the future. So there we go, everything is well underway now. We just need the grain cart to kick into action, but that shouldn't be too far away. Just waiting for one of these two combines to get full enough to need an unload. But everything is all pretty good. I think the truck is just doing another lap. I sent it around on its own just to make sure it wasn't in the way of the combines in case they wanted to turn around up there. We had a few collisions during the live stream, but that's all looking pretty good. So I think we might just leave these guys running now. We're going to grab the pickup, head back over to the farm and go and get started on a little bit of ploughing, and then we'll come back and put together a little bit of a montage of all the work that's going on around the farm today. So we've got the 9RX here hooked up to one of our two ploughs. Looking a bit worn there on the discs, but that's not too much of a problem. You'd expect that as they are cutting through a fair few acres so far. So we're going to head over to field number 9 and make a start over there with some ploughing and get things underway. We're just putting into field number 9 here. We'll get things unfolded and underway. Now, I've been keeping a very close eye on our wages situation, or at least our account. We're certainly burning through the cash pretty quick with these workers, so I think we're going to have to take out a little bit more of a loan just to make sure that they keep on working. Otherwise there'll be a bit of a revolt and they will stop. But we'll get this lower down here in this field, getting ready to plough. Now I'm going to set this up running courseplay as well, so we can jump between the harvesters and the plough here and make sure everything is running as we would expect. We've got our course all set up. We've gone for a 4 headland pass. We're doing skip rows on our up and downs, and we're going to start on our up and down rows. So I think if we hit start there, I'm going to go and find the start point. I'm not even sure where in the field it is, but the tractor will head off there and make a start on those up and down rows. There we go, we've got to the start point. I'm not sure whether we're going in to do the main part of the field and then come back and do these two smaller sections either side of the aerial there, or whether this is the aerial side and going to do those first. I'd say it's going to do these main part of the field, then come back and do these two little bits. But that's looking like everything's working how we would expect it to. We've got plenty of fuel in the tractor. We shouldn't be running out doing this. So we'll let's keep an eye here for a little bit, sit with them, and then we'll go back and see how the combines are going. Well, I don't think I need to sit here and babysit this operator any longer. They're doing a perfect job getting on those up and down rows and just doing what they need to do, which is nice. Well, it's not nice, our income or our account, $300. So let's get in and just take a little bit more of a loan out to cover these wages for the day. So we're sitting there, we've got a $200,000 loan, so I think we'll borrow another 10 grand, take it up to 210,000. Now I'm pretty confident the amount of corn and barley and also the soybeans still to come, that we will be able to cover those, or cover that loan and get it repaid very, very soon. At least that is the intention. Now the other thing I've only just noticed, looking at the hour clock on this tractor, 0.2. Now this is obviously the Sid Modding 9RX, which only came out recently that we hadn't actually used yet. We'd replaced the default one with this, and but hadn't had the chance to run it. So it's a nice looking model, doing exactly what it should be doing and having no problem pulling this plough. So we'll leave them going here and go over and check on progress with the combines. So my confidence has been shot in course play. We were having a little bit of a dance off in the corner. I think the grain cart got in the way, which might have confused things, but we've managed to untangle and get things back underway. I was hoping though that I would come over here and seen them halfway through at least the next land, not just finishing up the one we were on. So a little bit disappointing there, and probably poured a bit of money into their wages while they were sitting down there not doing much. But here we are back going and underway, and we'll certainly spend a bit more time here with these pieces of equipment, making sure they are doing what they're meant to be doing. So I think we'll put together a little bit of a montage. We've just had that little bit of a time lapse there with the plough, so we'll montage here and catch up with you a little bit later on. So how are we going? Well, we're getting across the field, getting the field done. We've had a few hiccups still with course play. Nothing that isn't fixable, but has meant it's taken a little bit more time to get to where we got to, and a little bit more of my attention. But everything else is running smoothly. Just to show you the map, and you can check on progress with the plough. There you go, you can see they're turning to do their last pass this way on that side of the field. I'm guessing they're going to come straight back down the middle, do the same zigzag skip rows in that little bit. So everything's going pretty well with the plough. And must admit, that's pretty clever. That course play calculator doing this whole section, coming back up doing this whole section, and that there was one pass to go like that. So that is very impressive. But we're just going to carry on. We've got about 650,000 litres of corn in the silo, about 150,000 litres dried, and the remaining is in the wet bins, getting ready to go through the dry. So that's all going well as well. So we'll just carry on here. Hopefully we'll get this finished up pretty soon and be able to pack these up, go and give them a clean off and get them reconfigured ready for the beans, which won't be too far away from being ready to harvest as well. We've taken over from the auto drive driver on the grain cart for a little bit. I think that was part of our problem. It still hasn't fixed it. The combines are still swapping sides, but at least we're not having having the grain cart get in the way of the combines, which was a little bit of an issue we were running into. So we've fixed that, but we're carrying on. They're just running on their last pass up and down on the second to last land, and then they'll be opening up the very last part of the field. So not too much longer to go now. We've got the last land cut open here. It should only be, after this pass, one pass up and one pass back, and we will be done. Now the plough, they have started working on the headland pass, so we'll go over and catch up with them before they get finished as well, just to see what sort of job they're doing and make sure everything is to our satisfaction. But we're getting there, just about done, which is feeling pretty good, I must admit. And this is it. Final pass of our corn for this season, so feeling pretty good about that. I'm gonna quite get it all into this grain cart in one trip, so we'll have to run on back over to the truck and then come back and get them emptied out. But that's the least of our worries really, not too much of an inconvenience at all. There we go, we are now at 100%, so we'll go and get this over to the truck, let them finish off their job down at the end of the field. Well, that's a little bit clever, isn't it? Unloading one combine into the other, so we're just left here with this one to empty out into the grain cart. But we're all finished. A few soldiers over there in the corner that they missed, but that is the nature of course play when you don't put it on the right corner setting. Let's get this over to the silo, or back to the truck, and then over to the silo, and do a final tally on how much corn we've got. Just riding along here with the plough on its very last little part of this field, and they've all finished. Now things have worked out pretty well with the ploughs and the plough and the combines finishing off at the same time. And if you have a look at our money, we are down to our last $380 of that $10,000 extra loan I took out. So these workers are pretty well paid in Deer Creek. So we'll get down here to the end of the field, get things folded up, and head back to the farm. And there we go, all done. Might as well cut out on this corner, just make sure we get everything. Obviously haven't done that on every corner though, but there we go. Right, lift that up. Get that folded up at the same time. There we go, I was too impatient. And we'll head back down to the yard. I'll just get the last of this corn into the truck and head back over to the yard with this stuff as well. We'll just sneak out the neighbour's driveway here in the combines. Not point driving all the way back over to the other side of the field. We'll just use some auto drive here, like we are with everything else, to get back to the main yard. And there we go, corn is all done. We've got everything back here in the yard, and we're going to have to spend the afternoon giving it all a bit of a clean off. That is looking decidedly average, as is most of the gear around here that we've been using today actually. But job well done on both the ploughing and the corn. Now let's go and take a quick look over here at the silo and see how much corn we ended up with total. And there you go, we've got 691,000 litres processing still and 190,000 in the dry corn side. So that's 880,000 litres of corn. So that's a fair amount that we're going to have to go and sell at some stage, along with our barley, another 450,000 litres, and we haven't even touched the soybeans yet. So I think we're going to have a pretty busy winter when those prices peak. And just looking here at when we are going to get our max price, December, January there for barley. Soybeans, June, July, so we're actually going to have to hold on to those for a little bit longer than we do with the other crops. And then right down the bottom here, dry corn actually has 2 peaks, one in June and July, and then another coming up in December. So we'll have to decide when we sell those. But with only a 42,000 litre capacity trailer, we might have to get someone in to come and give us a hand for that. So we'll see what happens. But anyhow, it's been great to get everything finished. We just run over here and have a quick look at our beans. They are on their final growth stage, I believe. Go and have a quick look up here. And there you go, you can see growth stage 6 of 6. So next episode, these should be nice and gold and ready to harvest. That's a good point to wrap things up for today on Deer Creek. I hope you've enjoyed that episode. Thank you all very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one.